Namaste, I'm Sara Ali Khan. Subscribe to Siddharth Kannan's YouTube channel now.
सारा जमाना जानता है कि एक ही सारा है और मेरे सामने बैठी है सारा. व्हाट्स अप?
What's up? Well, promoting Gaslight, it's a bit crazy. It's been, touch wood, a very hectic year. So things are just like, I mean, shooting, promoting, dubbing. It's like, it's so good to be busy though. So touch wood, just busy, busy, busy.
हर वो चीज जिसने मुझे डराया है वहीं से मुझे अपने सारे सवालों का जवाब मिला है. सारा, आपका सबसे बड़ा फियर क्या है और उस फियर को तुमने कैसे ओवरकम किया?
Well, actually, मेरा सबसे बड़ा fear eventually is a life without mom. Like the thought of that scares me a lot. But तो उसको तो overcome किया नहीं है और ना ही करना चाहती हूँ. But I think that another fear that one can have or does have is sometimes the idea of like अकेली तो नहीं रह जाऊंगी, you know. And I think the way to overcome it, which is quite similar to the trailer, because like trailer में भी बोलती है ना that जहाँ से डर शुरू हुआ है फिर सारे सवालों के जवाब वही मिलेंगे. I think that as a person, like I've spent this year, last year also, just trying to be a complete whole person on my own. Whether it's traveling, whether it's work, just like if you're so satiated, then you will never really feel lonely. So I think focusing on that is important.
You know, I used to be at one point in my life and I had 20 people around me and I still used to feel very, very lonely. And I understand because I'm one guy who could never even sit and watch a feature film in a hall alone. I always needed people around me. But now I think I'm very comfortable with the fact that I can be without people. But the fact that you're saying this requires a lot of courage. But you got to remember, you never...
There are moments, you know, where you feel like, you know, especially in the job that you're in, because there's so much sound, there's so much, you don't even fully get to deal with your emotions, because like you're on a film set for 12 hours, or you're promoting a film for like 8 hours, or you're shooting a brand for like 9 hours. In sare ghanton mein, you don't even deal with what's actually happening inside. That when you finally do, sometimes it can be a little bit like, oh my God, what's going on? You know?
Yeah, or दूसरा चीज ये है, when I talk about limitation, like I used to feel very limited. At one time, I had this crazy energy, which I still have, right? So लोग बोलते रहे, नहीं यार, ठहराव के साथ बात करो, अपने आप को रोको, and obviously, by God's grace, it's working now. So I used to feel very limited. जब लोग मुझे कहते थे, अपनी energy को रोको, you know, सावधान, relaxed होके बोलो. Have you ever felt limited in your life with things that come your way?
See, not really. I think the thing is that you have to know this energy thing, no, which I've also understood more and more lately, is having a lot of energy is not necessarily a good thing if you don't know how to channelize it. I think I personally faced this in 2019 because I had so much energy and my hair was golden and I was just going around screaming everywhere, being loud and gregarious and attention seeking. But that's not, वो होता है ना, समय का भी सदुपयोग होना चाहिए. Energy का भी वही होता है. It's not just that I have many calories of energy, which is ironically the way to measure it, which maybe I do have. But the truth is that it's not just being able to run around like a headless chicken, you know. So I think I have myself, whether it's with meditation, whether it's with like taking some time off and just kind of getting to know myself better, understood that just high energy where you're screaming at everybody is not the way to go. And I think I started doing that in the middle. So I've kind of also pulled back on my own.
How is Sara as a person? Seeker for truth या फिर passive?
I think that I am a seeker and I'll always be a seeker, but I'm also beginning to like allow a little bit. Like the universe will give you when you're ready to get it. Like I'm a seeker, but I'm not actively in the pursuit of a search. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wow. Have you started going with the flow?
I'm trying.
I'm trying to. Yeah. Tough, but I'm trying to.
It is hard.
You know,
it's definitely hard. But
gaslight means bekhana, like taking someone away from the truth. Okay. Has Sara ever had such a person in her life? I've had a friend of mine जो रोने लग जाता था when I'm talking about my college days because I used to stay alone. And then he would make me feel कि यार मैं रो रहा हूँ तेरी वजह से क्योंकि तूने मेरी टांग खिंचाई की, and I used to start feeling like the villain. Have you had any friend like that?
See, honestly, I don't know, but I think that it's something that can happen very easily, especially in my line of work, if I can say so. Because you're surrounded by so many people that the more people that you're surrounded by, even if it's like anonymous trolls on Instagram, you know, the more opinions there are, the higher the scope of being gaslit. So it's not about whether, and the thing about it is that it happens very subtly. You don't even always understand. So I think that the only way to overcome it is having a very strong, that's what I love about Misha, you know, like in the face of adversity that I can't even understand, whether it's her physical limitations, whether it's living in a house where she can't trust anybody, whether it's not having the parental support that I have, you know, despite all these things, if she can stay strong to her determination, I think that's very admirable, because that's the only way actually. There's no safeguard against. It's not like there's an antivirus, you know, you can say, okay, I'll make sure I never get gaslit again. होता रहेगा. आपको अपने अंदर वो strength लानी और रखनी बहुत जरूरी होती है.
You know, जानवी ने कहीं कहा था that उनको बहुत सारे roles मिले हैं, but not respect. सारा, तुम्हें क्या कहना है about getting respect and opportunities?
I don't feel under-respected at all. I think I've been given a lot of respect. I think for me, if you accept me for who I am, that's the biggest sign of respect. And I think touchwood, I got that very early in my career. I think from the very beginning, mujhe izzat mili. Yeah, maybe I think what Janvi could have meant, I don't know. But maybe as an actor, one still has to prove themselves. But even then, like whether it's Kedarnath or whether it's Atrangi, I mean, if I read the reviews that I was given, I don't think respect has been a problem.
In fact, I'll tell you, when I interviewed you during Kedarnath, you had come to the studio, and I've been interviewing you for every film.
I know, man. I've
From
just seen
day
the
one.
setup. This Zoom is so like, you don't even know if I'm wearing. No, never mind.
You know, I'm sorry, I would have been there, but ek cheez bolu, I've seen your evolution. But one thing that worked for you in my first interview as well, why I liked you as a person, was you were always comfortable with who you are. You were one of the first few actresses who have
it's not just that, you know, I would go so far as to argue the reverse, which is that I'm very uncomfortable not being who I am. Ek hota hai na that you're just comfortable in your own skin. Ek hota hai that you just don't have it in you to be fake because you'll get caught. You'll have to consistently tell the same lie. I don't have that kind of bandwidth. I'd rather just be who I am, and touchwood, like right now, okay, like at the top, like I still have to shoot for Avatar, where I'm playing a freedom fighter, my Usha Mehta, okay, a 1942 freedom fighter. I, day after, have to go back to Homia Dejania to shoot for Murder Mubarak. I'm promoting Gaslight right now. I have to dub for Lakshman Sir's film where I am a Punjabi girl who lives in Indore. I'm yet to start Metro. So in the middle of all this, if I have to be so many characters and do justice to my director's vision, if I can't even be Sara when I have to be Sara, then I'll just go crazier. I won't say
You'll
crazy
go
because now everybody knows I'm a little bit, but crazier, like unmanageable to not be yourself, at least when you can be.
No, and I see a lot of internal analyzations that you do with yourself. Every time I feel that you're knowing yourself better, and I can feel that too. Sometimes after our interview, I actually think, because you say some lines which helps me grow as a person too, lady. You know, I mean that. So, you know, social media is filled with people who blame karte the ya karte hain for you for being privileged. But kya, are you now accepting of that, or are you still uncomfortable with that?
I have never not been accepting of that. From the time that Kedarnath ke promotions shuru hue, main fully waqif hu how I got the job, how people know who I am, what my surname is. I know these things. I just hope that 4 years of being in the industry, one can look beyond where I'm born. That's been the endeavor and will always be.
Okay, Sitke Kangar, let's do this. Quick questions. Are you ready, lady?
Oh my God, caffeinated. So, are you ready?
I am ready, of course. Bring it on. Kareena Kapoor, Jab We Met, was rocking the theaters a few days back. Which movie of your parents तुम चाहते हो कि वो भी वापस release हो?
चमेली की शादी and ओमकारा.
My God, I love Chameli Ki Saadi, man. Okay, Sharmila Ji is Sara's Sapno Ki Rani. What is Kareena Kapoor Khan then?
Father के सपनों की रानी.
Aha! Dude, Sara, thank God you're not a host. You would have kicked my ass left, right, and center,
What?
man.
No,
Yeah,
it's
because
true.
you're so sharp. You're bloody so sharp on your one-liners. Okay, one movie of these actors you wished you had done. Alia Bhatt.
Can I say everything? Gangubai?
Ananya Pandey.
Wish I had done. I think she was very good in Geraya. I don't know if I wish I had done it because I think part of the reason I liked it is because I liked her in it. So I don't know. But
Samantha.
Family Man, she was great. Also, Anta.
Ooh, Anta Mama, so sexy, man.
Yeah. But I mean, like, again, like, it's sexy because she's so sexy, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Rashmika Mandana.
I think she was very good in Mission Majnu. I don't know if I wish I'd done it, but I think she was very good in it.
Okay, whose career path would you want Ibrahim to follow? Yours, Saif's, or Kareena's?
I definitely think that Kareena has been very, very consistent, very, very professional. So if he had to, and her, whatever I know of her, I feel her focus has always been on her work, you know. She's never let that go. So if he can imbibe the professionalism that she has, I think he'd be great.
Okay, one thing of these people that you would kill them for. Like I would kill Ranveer Singh for his energy. Some people would kill Ranveer Singh because he's got such a lovely wife like Deepika Padukone. What would you kill Vikrant Messi for?
Kill him for? Sometimes he's very serious. I feel like he should just be jolted. Maybe he'll be reborn with like less seriousness.
My God, I've told him that before also. Huh?
Yeah. I just look at him and I'm like, why so serious? You know?
Aditya Roy Kapoor.
What would I kill him for? I don't know. I guess his abs. I also want. I also work out. Doesn't happen.
साला अपने को बहुत टेंशन देता है उसका abs यार. हाँ?
है ना? How good he's looking at my manager.
I mean, I also find him delicious. So there you go. In a very platonic way, but
I find him delicious. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm about to shoot.
I do.
He's my hero in Metro. Don't need this crap before we start shooting. Sara finds you delicious.
I do.
No. Thank you.
I do find him delicious.
But I definitely think he looks great.
Okay, Kartik Aaryan.
What would I kill him for? I think that honestly, I'm yet to see somebody that knows the pulse of our audience as well as he does.